Hello there, this is Peter Beckham, your village marketer. Today I want to talk to you about the 7 silent killers of Facebook marketing. Sounds dramatic, eh? Well, it's not that dramatic, but it can be deadly. Okay, let me take you through. The first killer of your Facebook marketing is not giving sufficient time to set up and run your Facebook marketing campaign in the first place. I mean, just don't try and set and forget Facebook marketing. It doesn't work. I mean, some people think that once they've set up a fan page on Facebook, then that'll act like a magnet and people will come automatically and your business will be making millions. Well, it doesn't work that way, right? You have to update and monitor constantly. And also invest time in doing some small but essential things, like getting a vanity URL for your Facebook page. Just go to www.facebook.com/username. I would strongly suggest invest the time to do that, because if you haven't done that, that's one of the mistakes that will lead to your failure. You need to look professional. And if you haven't spent time linking your Facebook page to your website or your blogs, then that's important as well. And if you've got a story, your brand story, put it on the Facebook timeline. That's what I'm saying to you. If you haven't done these, if you haven't invested time in these relatively simple things, then your Facebook marketing will die. Another thing you should invest some time is knowing what the rules are, right? I mean, you can't play any sport without knowing what the rules are, and you can't run a business without knowing what the rules are. And Facebook have got their share of rules. And it's very easy to violate them if you don't know. Be careful if you're running contests, right? Know what the rules are, because they're not that difficult. But if you know what they are, then you keep yourself out of trouble and you won't put yourself in Facebook jail, right? And don't go tagging everybody, man, and his dog. I mean, you draw bad attention to yourself. You'll be regarded as a spammer, so to speak, right? So stop doing that if you're doing that as well. Invest time to make sure this doesn't happen. And of course, if you haven't invested time to create a fan page in the first place, well, then you're really heading for trouble. Don't try and build your business on your personal profile page. I mean, I just today saw 2 businesses who were trying to do that. I mean, that is really crazy. It doesn't cost anything except time. And that's what I'm saying. You need to invest some time. That's one of the silent killers. If you don't do that, you will fail with your Facebook marketing. The second silent killer is if you're predictable and you're boring. I mean, don't forget that Facebook is a social community. People go there to connect. People go there to be entertained. They don't go there to be sold to. They don't go there to listen to you talk about yourself all day and all night, right? So stop being predictable, and for goodness sake, don't be boring. Change things up, shake them up a bit. Have maybe a link to a blog post sometime. Have some photos, put a video in there. Change things around, make it interesting. Stop being predictable. And if you do that, then people will find it much more interesting and attractive to come and visit with you. I mean, it's the same thing in life. I mean, there's a guy who lives on the other side of this village here, and I really don't like going to visit with him because it's the same story every time I get there. He just talks about himself all the time, right? And even though it's in Thai, I understand what he's talking about, right? I mean, it's boring. So don't be boring to the people, to your fans on your fan page. Change things up and make sure it's of interest to them. The third silent killer is if you don't understand who your fans really are, what your audience is. This is critical to your survival, not just with Facebook marketing, but to your business as well. So really know the demographics of your fan base. Really know them. It's essential that you do that. And if you don't know them, then you can't build a relationship with them either, right? And if you're not building relationships with them, then they're going to feel like, who in the heck are you, right? Why are we bothering come to this page? I mean, they don't want to deal with a robot. You may be a company, you may be a small business, but they want to deal with people, right? And they do not want to be treated like some robot. Get to know the influencers in your fan base. I mean, spend some time to find out who they are, right? And then build a relationship with them. Just start with a few each day. Build a relationship with them. Stop pushing what you need to sell to them. Just let them buy you as an individual. That's the key issue here. And then maybe give them first shot at a new product launch that you've got. Or even ask them for advice. Why not? I mean, another thing you can do is set up a group, a Facebook group, and invite people, your fans, to go there and ask all sorts of questions if you want to. I mean, that's a very simple way to do that. So you need to engage your fans. Not just know them, but engage them. And if you can engage them, then you're going to find they'll come back to you and bring more people with them. If you don't engage and know your fans, it's a silent killer of your Facebook marketing. It doesn't matter how much money you spend. The fourth silent killer of Facebook marketing is failing to remain active on a consistent basis. I mean, an active site attracts attention. It doesn't look dead. If people come to your fan page and the last thing that was on there was 2 months ago, they might think, well, what's the point of coming here? It's crazy, right? And if you don't have good quality content on there, then no one's going to share it anyway, let alone visit with you. I mean, brands that are successful on Facebook post or update 1 or 2 times every single day. But they don't just update about themselves. They may ask all sorts of questions. They may provide all sorts of opportunities for the fans to get back to them with their ideas and their thoughts and their feedback. And that's the way to get people engaged. So failing to remain active on your Facebook page is a surefire way to kill your Facebook marketing anyway. Number 5 killer is narcissism. In other words, it's not about you. Now, I've already referred to this on the way through, but I want to make a special point of it on its own, because this is very important. This may be a wake-up call for you. You see, your fan page is not about you. Your fan page is about your fans. Sure, your Facebook fan page is a way where you can make your fans aware of the products and services that you offer. But you have to be careful how often you do this. And more importantly, you've got to do it in a way that makes sure that people still feel that you're part of a community. You've got to do it naturally. It's the natural native advertising strategy, which, by the way, if you're not sure about, wait till the end of this particular video and I'll give you some thoughts about that. So just make sure you don't continually talk about yourself. I mean, they came there in the first place and joined you because they liked you or your brand, okay? So don't bore them and really don't try and sell them all the time. Tell them something of interest that they didn't know before. How about that? The 6th killer of your Facebook marketing is if you don't help your fans. I mean, if you want to offer value to your Facebook fans, then you've got to offer something that will help them overcome a problem, overcome a challenge, or in some way, shape or form, improve their life and or their business opportunity. Now, it may be as small as making them have a good laugh, but usually it needs to solve a problem or to make a task easier. Do it in such a way that people will think, your fans will think, I often wondered how that happened, or I often wondered how they did that. Wow, I'm really pleased they came to this page today. That's the sort of reaction you want, okay, from your fans. So think through, what can you give them today that would surprise them, help them, or make them think, wow, I didn't know that before. Okay, have a think about that. By the way, if you don't know what their problems are, then you better ask them, right? Because if you're not asking them, that's another reason why your Facebook marketing will fail. It's extremely important that you engage with your fans, as I've said before in this video. Ask questions of them. Now, while people are fans of your fan page, they probably think you're fairly awesome. Don't get carried away with that, okay? You don't know everything. You need to make sure that you are engaging with your fans and finding out what their needs are, what their thoughts, what their challenges, what their problems are. Don't ever assume you know it all, because you don't. The most successful brands on Facebook are the ones that not just tell people various things about what's going on, but they ask their fans constantly. They ask for feedback on all the things that they're doing. So try that. Ask for feedback and then use that feedback to create even better products. I mean, your fans will love you for that, and they'll feel part of the whole process. And that's what you call having a lifelong fan as well as a lifelong customer, right? The last of the 7 silent killers of your Facebook marketing is not asking for help. Now, I can relate to this because I'm guilty as charged as well. Too many people don't do Facebook marketing because they don't know how to do it and they won't ask for help. Or they think they know what they're doing and they try and do everything themselves. That's what I was trying to do before. Let me tell you, getting the right advice will absolutely eliminate any business suicide marketing that you try and do on your own. Getting the right advice will not just help you avoid all these fatal mistakes that are everywhere, and not just in Facebook marketing, by the way, but it'll also fast track you on the way to success. By the way, when I'm talking about not asking for help, please make sure you're not one of those people who are relying on the magic silver bullet. I mean, a lot of small businesses have put all their Facebook marketing strategies on one particular approach. I mean, they treat their Facebook marketing like betting on the horses at the races, right? Putting all their money on number 4 and hoping like mad it wins. You know, they get the jackpot. What happens? Most of the time, they don't know what the odds are and they lose. They lose big time. And many people are critical of Facebook marketing and the experience they've had because they do exactly that. I mean, it's crazy when you think about it, but that's what they do. To be successful with Facebook marketing, you need a marketing system. A system of tried and true strategies that work together to give you a continuous flow of leads and sales. And not only that, a diversified source of income, not just income from one source only. That's like putting all your money on one horse too, right? And remember, what sets small businesses apart from large corporations is your ability to make connections with your customers, with your fans. But sadly, many small businesses completely forget that when they set up their fan page on Facebook. They forget the whole idea of building relationships with their fans. I mean, the bottom line is this: you should build your business one customer at a time. So you need to invest your time in learning how to use the Facebook marketing machine, the Facebook marketing platform. And this platform is constantly changing. So that may be a challenge for you. But I've got a solution as well. I mean, do you know how to match your product or service to your target market? And for that matter, do you know what your target market really is? And do you know how to find it on Facebook? I mean, they've got some brilliant research facilities on Facebook, but do you know where they are and how to use it? Do you know what native advertising is? Do you know Facebook's native publishing tools? Do you know how to create and market to a Facebook custom audience? Do you understand and use Facebook retargeting? I mean, I don't want to bore the pants off you, right? But if any of these questions raised even just little alarm bells up here in your head, then I have a solution for you in the blog post below. Or if you're watching this video on YouTube, go to the description box and click the link there and it'll take you to the blog. And look for the solution I'm talking about. Look for the link to our mastermind study group, where you'll be blown away with the expertise, not just on Facebook marketing, right? But on a whole plethora of business strategies, ideas, concepts, etc., that will enable you to build your business in the most profitable fashion possible. So don't forget to check out the link to the Mastermind Private Study Group. I can tell you, it'll be an exciting time, you just checking out what's available to you. All right? Okay, that's enough for me. I hope you appreciated the 7 silent killers of Facebook marketing. Don't do it. That's my takeaway for you. Don't do any of them. Okay, all the best and see you next time. Okay, bye for now.